They didn't want us to film in there, so I had to do some sneaky camera work. Shh, don't tell Chloe. It's like a little party in my mouth. What a super fun and different way to eat food. I'm currently inside the largest indoor Asian shopping mall in all of North America and possibly even the Western world, Pacific Mall, or as it's locally known as P-Mall. With 500 stores inside of this mall, you can get everything that your heart desires. From hobby shops, to jewelry stores, to finding the freshest fits around, P-Mall has it all. They should trademark that. That was a good one. But we're not here for any of that shopping because I only have $20. We're here to try the viral foods that people have been talking about on social media. And stay tuned because by the end of it, you're gonna see which one is my favorite. And it might surprise you. All right, let's go.
We headed upstairs to a food court that was as packed as my mouth at a Costco sample station to get some viral onigiri. The prices were surprisingly modest, only being around $5, but I was a little disappointed that so many of their fillings were out of stock. I really wanted to get my grubby little hands on those salty and savory snacks, but the wait time proved to be longer than booking a visit to a doctor in Canada.
We are here at our first location, Onigiri Kai Kyotai. This is an onigiri place that became super viral on TikTok and other social medias. We got ourselves the premium raw spicy salmon, and we also got ourselves an ikura, which is a salmon egg with mayo. I'm not really sure which ones are which, so we're just gonna open them up and see what it looks like inside. Just from smelling it, it smells like plastic wrap. By the way, the wait was like 20-25 minutes. It was pretty long. They didn't want us to film in there, so I had to do some sneaky camera work. And also really close to when we were about to get our food, they kind of just shut the doors down and they closed shop. I don't know whether they were done for the day because it's only 1 in the afternoon, or maybe they're on lunch break, but I thought that was pretty funny. Here is the first mystery onigiri. Nothing left to do but throw it back. So this one is definitely the salmon egg. The egg itself pops right into your mouth. It is salty, burst of flavor, which goes really well with this onigiri because you have that creaminess of the mayo with a little bit of that saltiness and that burst of flavor from the salmon eggs. It's very salty, it's very briny. It's got a lot of umami flavor. I do have to say though, I don't know how I feel too much about this seaweed. Because it was wrapped up in the plastic wrap, it was getting a little bit warm and it was picking up all the moisture from the rice. But the flavors on the inside, they're not bad at all. And these were about $4 to $6 each, so they're not that expensive. It does take a really long time to get though, so if you want to get one of these, you gotta come super early. Wife bite?
The eggs really just burst in your mouth. They're salty and I don't know how I feel about salmon eggs, but it complements the rice. It's pretty good.
One more bite. Next up, the premium raw spicy salmon onigiri. Just like the other one, it looks very similar, so you wouldn't be able to really tell what's inside of it. But I did notice, if you look closely, right at the bottom there, you could see a little bit of salmon poking out, saying hello. Visually, it looks really good. The salmon is nice and fresh. It doesn't really have too much of a fishy taste, so fear not if you want to try this. It won't be too fishy. I think the spicy mayo, the spiciness isn't really there, but it does have a nice creamy texture to it. Once again, the seaweed on the outside, a little bit too soft for my liking. And the rice is not bad. It's sticky, it's fluffy. I think if you're looking for an onigiri, this is the place to go. Just watch out because they might just close suddenly and you might have to wait 20 minutes. On to our next place.
Our next location was Chloe's Convenience, known for bringing bagged Hong Kong style noodles to Toronto. Firstly, I gotta say, I love the aesthetic. It really had a street food vendor, take your food and get out of here quick vibe, which was a nice change of pace from the falling asleep waiting for onigiri vibe that we had before. The menu had more options than a handsome millionaire, which I was not used to, but I got the hang of ordering. And also, can I just say bag noodles? Maybe I'm just getting old, but that just sounds like a fun night out.
Thank you so much. I want to say boom so bad. Okay, we have just secured the bag, our second location, Chloe's Convenience, bringing in Hong Kong style bagged noodles into Toronto, into P Mall, and into my hands. Firstly, I just wanted to say, the worker working at Chloe's Convenience, absolute gem. She was super nice, let us film. Now they have a little bit of a different system on how they charge you for these bagged foods. You start off with a small bag like this for $1.50, or you can get a box of noodles for $4. Next, you have to choose 3 toppings ranging from $1 to $2, 3 being the minimum, but you're able to get as much as you want. And then finally, you get to choose some sauces, chili oil, garlic, or hot sauce. And I didn't know there were 3 different hot sauce levels. I really wanted to go for 3, but I think my body probably wouldn't have been able to handle it. And it already comes with the house sauce included, so you know you're getting good flavors no matter what. What a super fun and different way to eat food. And if you want to save some for later, just roll it up and stick it into your... Okay, maybe my pocket's not big enough, but oh my God, I actually opened it. Shh, don't tell Chloe. So what I actually chose was the small bag with some spicy octopus and some crab and some sausage, and it looks absolutely delicious. You could smell that spiciness coming off of it. It's glistening. Let's throw it back. The spicy octopus has a nice flavoring to it. It was just melding and marinating in that sauce. She mixed it up very, very well. I could taste the spiciness on each part of the noodle, every component of this dish. This was a taco wasabi, so it did have a nice kick to it. The octopus itself, nice little chew, and the noodles are just coated. It is not too oily, but it is coated with all of the spiciness, and those hands do work. I think we got the perfect level of spice because I could feel it building up inside of my body right now. Let's try a glizzy. It's a good glizzy. It's nice that even though some of the components of this don't have any sauces on them, the sauces that she does add, the garlic, the hot sauce, really mixes everything together. This is a bag full of surprises. And the last piece, the crab. The crab tastes pretty good, can't complain. Let's just have it all together. Chloe's Convenience, throwing it back. One last bite. Overall, great flavors. It's nice how you get to pick and choose the ingredients that you want. It's not that expensive. Honestly, I think we paid maybe $6 for one of these bags. And this isn't that small. My hand is actually very large.
Our last location was Jenny's Fruity Mix, known for its aesthetically pleasing fruit bowls. Now, what was not aesthetic was how long I had to wait in line. You can't see it in these clips, but seriously, it went around the corner and took me like 30 minutes just to get my bowl. The prices did seem on the more expensive end, being from $12 to $16 depending on the size that you wanted, but there were a lot of different fruit options, so I guess it balances out. I actually felt more overwhelmed than when someone asked me to name a fun fact about me, so I ended up just asking them to give me their most popular menu item and just praying that it works out.
Thank you so much. And here we are finally having our dessert, the viral Jenny's Fruity Mix. To be honest, I don't know much about fruits. I only know banana, tomato, and loops. So me trying to describe all the fruits, I'm apologizing right now because I am not a fruit connoisseur. It looks like we have mango, grape, pink thing, yellow thing, lots of different jellies, and then mixed with the coconut milk to tie it all together. It tastes very fresh. All the fruits, really good. The jellies are nice and soft and flavorful. I can't really pick apart each of the components. The mango is nice and sweet, but all the other components are adding nice little texture differences. It's like a little party in my mouth. This little spoonful has dragon fruit, papaya, yellow jellies, and balls. To be honest, the mango really added a nice flavor to it. There was no mango in that, so the flavors were very mild. It still tasted pretty good though. I'm not sure what the ball flavor is supposed to be. Maybe I could try a single one and see what it tastes like. Oh, just mango. They did have so many different flavors, so if you are craving specific types of fruits, I'm sure you could find one because it seemed like they scoured the globe to get every single fruit onto your bowl. Here's another spoonful. Leave in the comments if you guys know what fruits these are, because I'm not telling you, that's for sure, because I have no idea. The coconut milk doesn't really have that much of a sweetness. It's a very mild flavor. Most of the sweetness is coming from the flavors of the fruit. In the Philippines, they have a dessert called halo-halo, which means mix. You're mixing all these different ingredients together, fruits, beans, different types of jellies, and they wrap it all together inside of a nice desserty, ice-cold shaved ice drink. And I think that this would do well if it was with shaved ice, chilled, or if it was a halo-halo. By the way, this was $11.99, $15.99 for a large version of this. It's not too small, but it really isn't that big either. Maybe it's that expensive because of the price of fruits. Oops. So would I recommend this to you guys? If there was no lineup, if you guys have a hankering for every fruit in existence, or if you're looking for a tropical taste, I think this is okay. I wouldn't go out of my way to get this again, to be honest, especially with a 30-minute lineup. But just like getting set up on a blind date by your friend who calls himself the Rizzler, things are not always what I expected. One more bite. Out of the three things, I would definitely get Chloe's Convenience bagged Hong Kong style noodles. It was a good price. You could have whatever toppings that you want in it. It's very portable and really fun to eat, to be honest. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. You know I had to get myself some slush.